Hey, English learners, welcome back to the English Mint podcast. Learn daily, speak fluently. I'm Adam.
And I'm Hana.
Full playlist on screen. Keep going.
Today we are talking about the most terrifying question in the English language.
I still can't introduce myself confidently.
Even after months of learning?
Yes, and it's frustrating.
Then you're not stuck,
Then why does it feel like I am?
because you're repeating the same mistake.
Every time someone says, "Tell me about yourself," my mind goes completely blank.
You freeze, your heart beats fast, and you forget your own name.
Exactly. I feel like a fool in front of new people.
You imagine they are judging every single word you say.
Yes, especially at a new job or a social party.
You want to sound smart, but you sound like a robot.
It is a horrible feeling. It ruins my confidence completely.
Let's break this down and make it simple.
I studied grammar for years to answer this.
That's not your problem.
Then what is?
The way you think when you speak.
What do you mean?
You are trying to translate a massive dictionary in your head.
I do that. I try to find the perfect advanced vocabulary.
And that is exactly why you freeze.
So my vocabulary is actually hurting me?
Yes, because tell me about yourself is an invitation, not a test.
It feels like a test to me.
It shouldn't. People just want to see your personality, not your grammar textbook.
So how do I change my perspective?
Stop trying to impress them and start trying to connect with them.
Okay, I am ready to learn the right way.
We're going to use my 5-step introduction system.
What is step 1?
Basic speaking, just the absolute facts.
And step 2?
Add details. Give them a picture of your life.
That makes sense. What is step 3?
Add personality. Show them how you feel about your life.
Step 4?
Expand naturally. Talk about your daily routines and favorites.
And the final step?
Use in real life. Adapt it to your situation.
Let's start with step 1 then.
Exactly. Tell me about yourself.
My name, Adam. I from Canada.
Good try. Let's fix it.
Okay, what did I do wrong?
You forgot the verb to be. Say, my name is Adam.
My name is Adam.
Much better. Now say, I am from Canada.
I am from Canada.
See? Simple and clean.
It feels too basic.
Basic is clear. Clear is confident. Where do you live?
I live town.
Add an article. I live in a town.
I live in a town.
Great. Now, what is your job?
I teacher.
Again, use the article. I am a teacher.
I am a teacher.
Perfect. You just gave me a complete foundation.
But that foundation is boring, right?
It is a little dry, so we move to step 2. Add details.
How do I do that without overthinking?
Use simple adjectives. You live in a town. What kind of town?
It is a small town.
Good. Is it loud or quiet?
It is quiet. I live in a small, quiet town.
Look at that. You painted a picture. What about you, Hana? Where do you live? I live in a big city. It's very busy and very noisy.
Do you live in a house or an apartment?
I live in a small apartment, but it is very nice.
I live in a small house, but it has a beautiful garden.
Excellent contrast. You used but to connect ideas.
It feels much more natural now.
It is. Now let's add your age.
I am 28 years old.
Good. I am 25 years old.
We have the details, but it still lacks emotion.
Exactly. Step 3 is adding personality and emotion.
How do I do that with my job?
Don't just say what you do, say how you feel about it.
Okay, I am an English teacher and I love my job.
Boom! Instantly you sound passionate and interesting.
That was so easy.
I am an art student and I love to draw and paint.
That's creative. It makes me want to ask questions.
That's the whole point. An introduction should start a conversation.
Let's try this with family.
Do you have brothers or sisters?
I have one younger sister. Her name is Sarah.
Don't stop there. Add a detail about her.
She studies music. She plays the piano.
Perfect. My family is very creative too.
Really? What do your parents do?
My mother is a teacher and my father is a chef in a restaurant.
A chef? The food at your house must be delicious.
It is always amazing. What about your parents?
My mother is a writer and my father is a doctor.
See? We're building a real connection through details.
I feel like I'm talking smoothly now.
Because you're not translating, you're just sharing.
Let's expand naturally. What do we talk about next?
Pets and hobbies, the things we do for fun.
Oh, I love talking about pets.
Tell me, do you have a pet, Adam?
Yes, I do. I have a dog. His name is Max.
Add the adjectives. Tell me about Max.
He is a small, brown, happy dog. He's very loyal.
I love that. I have a cat named Luna.
What does Luna look like?
She's black and white, very quiet, and very sleepy.
A sleepy cat. We are definitely a dog person and a cat person.
It shows our differences. Now let's talk about food.
My favorite food is pizza.
What kind of pizza? Be specific.
Vegetable pizza with tomatoes, peppers, and onions.
That sounds healthy. I prefer pepperoni, a classic.
Is pizza your absolute favorite?
No, my number one favorite food is actually pasta. It is very yummy.
Let's talk about hobbies. I love listening to old rock music.
And I love reading adventure stories. They help me relax.
Wait, what if I talk about things I don't like?
That is a secret weapon. Sharing dislikes shows real personality.
Really? I thought I had to be positive all the time.
No, sharing a common frustration builds fast friendships.
Let me try. I do not like olives. I hate the taste.
Oh, see? We are different. I love olives.
Okay, what is something you dislike?
I do not like very spicy food. A little is okay, but not very hot.
I agree with you on that. How about activities? What do you hate doing?
I don't like to wait in long lines. It is so boring.
I completely agree. I also don't like to wake up very early.
You are not a morning person?
Not at all. I love my sleep.
Me too. See? Sharing a dislike actually made us agree.
Now we put it all together. Let's compare the weak way and the strong way.
I am ready. I will do the weak version first. Go ahead. I am Adam. I am 28. I teacher. I live Canada. I like dog.
It sounds robotic and nervous. Now, the stronger version.
Hi, my name is Adam, and I'm an English teacher. I live in a small, quiet town in Canada. I have a friendly dog named Max. I love vegetable pizza, but I really don't like waiting in long lines.
Do you hear the difference? It sounds like a real person. It sounds alive.
Let me do mine. Hi, I'm Hana. I'm an art student living in a busy, noisy city. I love pasta and painting, but I am definitely not a morning person.
That is so simple, clear, and friendly.
It is a formula. Greeting plus name plus job plus likes plus dislikes.
But do I use this exact script everywhere?
No, you must adapt it to your environment.
What if I'm in a classroom on the first day?
In a classroom, focus on your learning goals.
Like this. My name is Adam, I'm from Canada, and I like to learn new things.
Exactly. Keep it professional but open.
What if I'm at a loud social party?
Drop the serious stuff. Focus on hobbies and fun facts.
Hi, I'm Adam. I love rock music and comedy movies.
Perfect. That invites someone to ask, what is your favorite comedy?
What about at a new job interview?
Focus on your professional identity and one safe, friendly detail.
I'm an English teacher, I love my job, and I have a great dog named Max.
You nailed it. You control the information. You don't have to share everything.
Let's give our listeners the fill-in-the-blank templates.
Yes, sentences so they don't have to translate.
How about this? My name is blank, and I'm from blank.
That feels easy. My name is Adam, and I'm from Canada.
Next one. I work as a blank, and in my free time, I love to blank.
I work as a teacher, and in my free time, I love to play soccer.
And for dislikes, I really enjoy blank, but I'm not a big fan of blank.
I really enjoy pizza, but I'm not a big fan of olives.
I should memorize these frames, then my brain won't freeze.
Exactly.
Knowing the words is one thing, but how do they practice speaking them?
You must use the shadowing technique.
What does that mean?
Listen to the way we just spoke and repeat it aloud immediately.
Should they write it down first?
Write it once, but then stand in front of a mirror.
Looking in a mirror feels awkward at first.
Yes, but it forces you to watch your body language. Remember to smile.
A smile is very important. It hides the nerves.
Finally, record your voice on your phone.
Hearing my own voice usually makes me cringe.
Get used to it. Listen back, fix the pauses, and do it again until it flows.
Let's do a full real-life role play to show them.
Okay, I'm walking my dog. You're checking the mail.
Hi there. I don't think we've met. I'm Hana. I just moved into the apartment next door.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you, Hana. My name is Adam.
Nice to meet you too, Adam. Oh, your dog is so cute.
Thank you. This is Max. He's very friendly, just a little hyper today.
He looks like a happy boy. Have you lived in this building a long time?
Yes, for about 3 years. I actually work as an English teacher at the local school. What do you do?
That's a great job. I'm an art student, mostly focusing on drawing and painting.
Wow, painting. That sounds so creative. I'm terrible at art.
It just takes practice. Do you have any hobbies besides walking Max?
Well, I love playing soccer on Saturdays and listening to old rock music to relax.
Rock music is great. Well, it was really nice meeting you, Adam.
Nice to meet you too, Hana. Let me know if you need any good pizza recommendations.
I definitely will. See you later.
See you.
Let's summarize the system so it sticks in their minds.
Step 1. Use basic speaking. Facts only, like name and origin.
Step 2. Add details. Describe your house, town, or age.
Step 3. Add personality. Express how you feel about your job or studies.
Step 4. Expand naturally. Share your pets, your favorite foods, and your hobbies.
And don't forget to mention something you dislike to show real character.
Finally, step 5. Use in real life. Choose the right details for the party, the class, or the office.
So today we learned how to confidently tell someone about yourself without freezing up.
And how to stop translating in your head and just connect.
Who do you relate to more in this journey?
Stop making excuses, start speaking.
Comment Adam if you struggle with freezing up and overthinking your vocabulary.
Comment Hana if you want real improvement and are ready to practice the 5 steps.
We will pin the best comment that uses the introduction template.
We'll see you all next time on the English Mint Podcast.
Bye everyone. Keep practicing.
Bye, everyone.